They're critical. The stories we tell ourselves either emphasize difficulties or diminish them. It's all how we are interpreting things. And those stories can create a scenario around a situation that isn't necessarily true. And it can take us off in a direction that is debilitating or discouraging. It's downhill. But if we learn to catch ourselves after a situation where we experience something, and as you may know, our minds try to make sense of what we just experienced. And so it offers up stories. And as we entertain those stories and those thoughts, it will help us either in a productive way or a destructive way. Choosing the positive is the ideal, but it's not always easy. We often will choose the negative because that's kind of where some programming comes in. In our subconscious, we have these inherited or conditioned beliefs that help run those thoughts and respond to our life and situations. And so if we have an experience that we don't quite understand, either we give somebody a call and they don't call us back, or we offer somebody help and they decline, whatever the circumstance that's innumerable, we'll try to make sense of it, especially if it's confusing. We'll work even harder to make sense of it. And often, unfortunately, we'll explain things away to ourselves by saying, well, they didn't like me, or they don't want me around, or they're trying to avoid me. Things like that are very common to come up in our minds, and our stories can go really far with that too. And so we want to rein those in. We want to be aware of them. We want to be conscious about the stories we're telling ourselves so that we can move ourselves forward instead of backwards. We can be productive and uplifting instead of destructive. So we can choose these positive stories. We can give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, you run into somebody at the grocery store and they're short with you, they're impatient, they're grumpy. You have no idea what they're experiencing. So if you adopt a habit of choosing to give people that benefit of the doubt, to choose to extend them a little bit of tolerance, love, patience, something that you wouldn't naturally, especially if somebody's coming at you grumpy, right? It's natural to respond in a mirroring way. But if we choose consciously to shift that and up-level the energy in the experience, then our minds can work for us. They can build love. They can build relationships with how we tell ourselves these stories. They can open up opportunities to serve people in ways that may bless them if they're struggling with something. A lot of times we can paint ourselves as a victim in a story. And it's not difficult to do, especially if something's happened to us. Somebody has done something to us. Obviously, we're a victim. But how long do you want to hold on to that story? Do you want to allow that to become part of your identity? Or do you want to just acknowledge it and shift it? Because your reaction to that experience determines the outcome, not the event itself. You get to interpret that experience after the fact. With these stories, you can create yourself as the hero of this story. And sometimes the hero is just a survivor. Sometimes a hero is somebody who chooses to walk away. Sometimes a hero is somebody who can be inspiring because they recognize the difficult experience and they choose to respond to it in a way that will build them up, keep them safe, or be able to move on and experience life the next day. It doesn't have to be something heroic necessarily. It's something where you are better because of the experience. Thanks for watching. I believe in you. You can do this. For more informational videos, please subscribe to my channel. And for more information about what I do as a coach, please visit my website at tiffanygarvin.co.